Hey folks, Colin here from Something's Recording, and today I'm going to show you one tip for getting better mixes in less time. So today we're going to be talking about the revision process, but before we dive in, if you are looking to take your mixes to the next level and really start dialing in your workflow, then I have just the thing for you. This is my 7-step mixing checklist. It's a simple PDF that will guide you through the entire mixing process, step by step, to help you get professional and radio-ready mixes without the hassle and without the guesswork. It is completely free, 100% free, and you can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's jump in here to talking about the revision process. So for me, the revision process is what really cuts down the time of chasing my tail at the end of the mix. So once I get everything kind of dialed in, kind of in its place, that's when I put on the revision process. When I finish my general mix, instead of going in and constantly chasing my tail, constantly, oh, I need to change this, let me change that, I need to change that. Before I get down a rabbit hole, I start doing this revision process. So I usually do 3 rounds of revisions. I'm going to show you one here today. I usually do it on a couple different sets of speakers. So what this entails for me is doing complete listen throughs of the song and just taking notes. So instead of when I hear something, I dive in and fix it. When I hear something, I dive in and fix it. I listen through the whole track and take notes about what I need to fix. And then I go back and attack those systematically. And I usually do it on a couple different sets of speakers. So I'll do a set of notes for my mains here. I'll do a set of notes on my headphones. And then usually I'll do a set of notes for earbuds as well. And if things come up across all 3, then I know they're major problems. But usually I can trust my headphones and my mains here for any kind of little issues as well. So I'm going to do a listen through on my mains here. I'm going to take notes on this, and then we're going to go back and systematically take out these notes, and I'm going to show you how this process really helps you hone in on issues so you're not chasing your tail when you're trying to finish your mix. So we're going to start right at the beginning of the song here, and I'm going to hit play, and we're going to listen through the entire song. I've got my notes app here, and I'm just going to take notes about what I hear, and then we're going to go back and fix those, okay? Here we go, a full listen through of the track here. Okay, so we did a full listen through. Now what I would normally do is I would go back, I would listen again on my headphones and take another set of notes, and then I'd probably export this or airdrop it to my phone, and I would do another set of notes on earbuds. So I would see major issues because they would pop up on all three lists. So any kind of issues like that would pop up on all three lists. I probably wouldn't see sub information or any kind of low end stuff. Maybe I wouldn't hear the toms on earbuds. I definitely hear more of that on headphones than I probably would on my speakers here in the room. But top end stuff usually pops out to me on my speakers, and I'd probably hear that on earbuds as well. But little volume changes sometimes don't come across on all three. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through piece by piece and systematically take out all of these notes. So for me, when I make these different notes, it really helps speed along my mixing process because I know what to attack piece by piece, step by step to finish my mix and take it across the finish line. So we're going to go piece by piece here and check all these off. So the first one was I thought the lead guitar was a little bit too harsh. So let's go to the solo here because that's where I kind of revised it. I thought it was harsh, but when I got to the solo here, it kind of sounded like it was just too much top end. You usually don't want a lot of that like 8, 10K area on your lead guitar because it sounds not right. So let's listen to our lead guitar here. Yeah, this top band here is going up a little bit too far for me. I don't know if I want to narrow it because I think I like what I'm getting as it dips down this way. So we'll pull in the high cut or the low pass filter and we'll roll it up a little bit. That sounds better to me. Let's take a listen on the intro. That was the other section I heard it on. We could try it on the re-intro too. Yep, that fixed that problem. Okay. That's good. Our next one is the toms need to be a little more beefy. Yes, got to have some beef on those toms. I like my toms to kind of have the same kind of low end energy as the kick drum. I know Joe Gilder used to say he likes his toms to be like little mini kick drums. I always kind of took that to heart. I like that on my toms. So let's scroll up here. Let's find our toms. I want one with all three. So let's loop this section and see what we get. That feels better there. Let's put it in the track and see how it sounds. A little too much. Yeah, okay. All right, that one sounds good. A touch more sub on the bass guitar. Let's take a look at our bass guitar. So especially with the 4 on the floor here, I want the bass guitar to have some nice sub energy. So let's take a look at just the chorus here. See how we're looking on our bass. So I could boost it more of this like 76 hertz, but that kind of sounded too hollow sounding for me, if that makes sense. So let's see if we can get something maybe 40 or 50 hertz down here. So a little bit of the sub information, like my notes said. Just a little bit at 45 there sounded good to me. I like where it's at, like 50 hertz and 60 hertz, but I want a little bit of the lower end too. So we're putting it here at 45 with a wider Q, so it kind of stretches up a little bit into both areas. So it goes down further and it goes up a little bit higher. Let's put that in the track and see how we're looking there. That feels better to me. The bass feels a little bit more solid. Next one, we got too much top on the bridge background vocals. Let's scroll over here to the bridge section, and take a look at our background vocals. So that's going to be these guys. I think this one was pretty obvious, if I remember correctly. They sounded a little too airy. Yeah, especially the word just. The S's come through too much. I don't know if I want to de-S it. Here's the problem here. Let's pull this high mid frequency back a little bit. Just didn't need that high boost, that's all. Let's take a listen going into the bridge here in the full track. That sounds better. It's not too airy there now, and those S's aren't too crazy. You don't want to go too far on your S's because you still want them to sound like S's. You still want them to sound like normal words. Could use a little more verb guitar. Which ones? This is the verb guitar here. So it's loudest here in the last chorus. So let's take a look here in the last chorus and set our level more appropriately. Okay, so something to talk about here. Listening to it by itself, I want to pull up the low pass, or not the low pass, the high pass filter here because it feels a little too muddy for me. I didn't hear that in the whole track, so I'm not going to do that. That's something where you could start chasing your tail, right? We thin it out too much and then pull it up, and then it sounds too thin. So to me, I just couldn't hear it enough. So we're going to pull it up a little bit inside the track here. Right there feels good to me, and it doesn't sound muddy. So I'm going to resist the urge to go pull that low cut up higher. So that is all the notes. This is how I usually work. After I get everything dialed in, I go through this revision process to tighten up my mix and finish it faster. So it helps me get better mixes in less time because I'm not chasing my tail on a whole bunch of different problems just because I'm trying to catch issues as they pop up. I'm doing it systematically through a whole track, through multiple listens. So it allows me to make sure. So for example, some problems could come up earlier, right? So maybe the organ's too loud in one section, but then I pull it down and then I'm missing it in another section. That's something you wouldn't find if you just did it piece by piece as things popped up. you would hear that if you did full listens through on the track. So try this on your next mix. Once you get everything dialed in, once you get it in its place, pull open your notes app and do a full listen through and jot out all the things that you're hearing. Sometimes they'll contradict each other and the problems will solve themselves because you'll hear it later in the mix. And some things you'll just find the little pieces that you need to take your mix to the finish line. I hope that was helpful for you. Like I said, if you are ready to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process and start to hone your workflow as an engineer, then I have just the tool for you. It is my 7-step mixing checklist and is 100% free. You can download it below and start creating more professional mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.